Alright, we're back in there. With the Zelda medley ready to rock. Has anybody hit us up? Yeah, surprise. Nah, that's alright. People love that other stuff I retweeted. Alright, we're back in there. So, going to work on... Oh, did I not save that? A fatal error. I thought I saved it. So, there we go. Okay, back to it. I feel like just getting that central shape is kind of like the pillar itself. I'm not like loving it. It's just like an octagon. It's kind of boring. It doesn't have the depth I want. But again, I don't want too many verts. Could be texturing it. Unless the verts like really add. Like there's this, I've heard this rule where like if you're doing curved forms, it's okay to add tons of verts. So maybe we should add. Some here to the arch. Reminds me of like, I thought this was weird. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ocelot's model had like octagons for all these shotgun shells, and I'm like, is that just like a type of shell that like looks like that, or were they just saving verts? Which, I mean, there weren't a ton on him. I feel like you could have added, 60 more verts and would have been fine. It's kind of strange. Maybe that was just make or break. Maybe it was just really tight. Or maybe they were just being optimal at first and then just like let it rock. So it's gonna be a bit of a mess around, and the stream won't be too long because gotta go see that Star War. So we just opened Blender, slide my cube over, gonna open up properties down here, hit the wrench for modifiers, add a modifier, mirror modifier. Gonna turn on clipping, and I won't turn on cage editing, I don't need it. Or whatever that's called. What is it called? Edit cage. Face select. Whoops. X to delete. Excuse me. Faces. Slide this back over. Should be lined up. Let's see if I grab it again. Is it stuck? Good. So we're doing some sort of like railing situation again. I feel like I could do... You're often only going to see this one from one side, so I wonder if I should keep it on mirrored the other way too, or even just do one face. What I'm saying is this little railing asset is different on each side. It's meant to be sort of standalone. I'm gonna have like these underside parts too, but it's not the same on each side. You can see. But this other one, I think is just gonna be the same on both sides. And you're not gonna be seeing it as much. I mean, you will. Like, you'll look up and you'll see like areas that you're gonna be reaching next, but. So really, yeah, I'll do that. It's one way that I could do it. So I have this enclosed thing. So now we're 2 wide. 2 in my units. It's 4 wide total, but my base unit is 2 in Blender. About here, gonna it's kind of low. Let me just add another cube real quick, because the look, as opposed to that other one that was a little seamless. Not seamless, but I can't find the word. Having a situation like this. I guess I wouldn't want to mirror it then. Whoops. It's more like that. Not that thick and brutal, but I'm just roughing this out. Normally I don't work like this, but I'm just trying to get a... Not that there's anything wrong with working like this. Sort of like that. What? Come on, dog. I like that already. That's good. Well, it's good. Cool. Yeah, I was a little wary about it, but this looks nice. I love this song so much. Just trying to figure out how to approach it. In fact, let's just let's save that now. Exterior. Let's just call it railing, actually. Railing 1. It's gonna be a little small. Let's see. What's next? Final Fantasy 7. I need to find something longer. Let's hit up another medley. Actually, let's hit up Cave Story. Anybody up in this yet? Doesn't look like it. Railing A. Oh, I need that on Railing A. I don't even remember making that. It's kind of nice. Bad naming conventions, it's alright. Get all these now. I'm gonna have to mirror this differently because obvious reasons. So let's see how wide this is. So it's 3 wide. Spread this out a little bit. That should do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe not quite, but maybe. I think I may have miscounted before. So I think that's it. Huh. Don't know what I did there. I thought I was supposed to go 1.5. I think I'm just supposed to go a half here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, something like that. So this is the situation we're looking for. That already looks pretty neat. Now one of these. And I'm thinking of having this like horizontal shape going like right here. Lines up surprisingly well. Some of these situations. Let's check it in the scene. Whoop. Let's get a feel for it, make sure it's the right height, like when we're running around. That's pretty good. I'll sing a little lower, we can mess with that later, but like, it's a real good feel. Yeah, I don't hate that. But now I need to get these proportions feeling a little bit better. This feels good right here, the thickness of this. But it's totally square right now. Hope you guys like Z fighting. But yeah, that thickness is better than what's going on up there. I already know how to make this better. Oh, I forgot it's not all together. What's next? Oh, nice. Love that curvy. Whoop. Can I merge faces? I've never tried this. W. Merge with center. No. That'd be nice. What does collapse do? Something different. Interesting. There's other things we can do, but which one's actually on the... Looks like that one is. Cursor to selected. Grab this face. Where are you at? Go to cursor. Scout X0. That's all lined up. I was wondering if I need to like totally redo everything or if I can just. Sorry, I'm just looking at my sketches too, because it gets kind of funky. So I'm wondering if I should just loop cut everything. It would probably work out better. I think I will. So what I'm going to do, just leave this as a guidepost. So delete all these faces, because then I have the height and the width basically that I want. Extrude, pull that out. It's lined up good. And actually just extrude, control 1 out there. Extrude, control 1. And actually that rear facing one's probably going to be not important. So delete the old stuff. That's good. And then we just gotta do that again to match up with this. There's gonna be a lot of loop cuts. So hopefully I can keep these will stay loops, and I can just do like extrude, scale. Oh, whoops. Alt S, shrink it down. Oh, I'm still not on the medium point. E, right click, Alt S. Still shrinking that way? Why gotta be like that? Just scale. Ha! Alright, extrude, right click, regular scale. Go in to about there. Looks like this. Delete the verts. You were connected somehow? Oh, I had that other one selected. Okay. Sorry. In UV mode, link select will be like a new select, and that one it kept the old selection too. Anyway, right click that to select it, extrude it up. Boop, bop. Alright. Control S. Everything's all connected and nice loops. Whoa. This song's so dope. This version's so dope. So, what height are we here? Keep it pretty. And bring that up. So Z is 6, and that's pretty good. 6 twice is 12, and our other assets are 15 and 16. It's not a big deal. This is like real easy to fix. Even if we like modeled it in here, like just this column, it's like it's an easy fix to. This does loop like right through, right? Yeah, that's nice. So anyway, we won't worry about that too much now. We're just gonna get some nice shapes going. So let's work broad first. And now I'm already seeing an issue. I want. Well, we'll see what happens. So we're going to Control R here. We're going to left click and drag it up. Put it about where we want it. In my sketch it's real thin, but I've had non-success with that kind of look. But we'll see. Hold Control so it snapped a bit. Hopefully it's not aligned. Good. And then what we do is Control R again. Left click. Edge slide it all the way up. And then grab these bottom loops. Edges. Loop, maybe not be the right word. That should work. Well, do I want it all to slide in? Maybe I just want. Well, let's see. Shrink that. Do some weird stuff. It's not even, so it's not going to shrink well. Ugh. Maybe just that loop, just that one loop. Extrude that in. And now I'm thinking I should really do the front and back loop. Mirroring, excuse me. So, loop cut that. Vertices. Leave the faces there. So now we got this situation. Let's just take a glance at it. That ain't bad. It's not quite there yet. Doing that, you can see it'll tile up. At first I thought I was going to have to do something like more complex, and I'm like, oh, of course. You just do that. And then what I mean by the other is that we can add the Y, which is front and back in Blender. And now it's mirrored like that. But we have to bring it up there. Save that. Mission complete. So that looks pretty cool. Check it in the scene. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Feels good. I thought it would be weak with this just thin top railing thing, but it matches my sketch. It's looking strong. But some of the stuff I want to do, I need to make some changes. But it's looking good. Anybody here yet? I'm lonely. Alright. Tweet it out again. Hey. We're modeling 3D assets. 3D environment assets. Live now. Twitch.tv. Culture Attack Studio. And yeah, well, that wasn't too bad. I need to like follow artists, certain artists, like put them in a group. I think you can do this anyway. At least for when I'm streaming. Also, I was like at this Christmas party last night, and all these like sexy anime babes like kept coming up when I was on my phone. I was like, ooh. So I'm a scumbag who didn't necessarily want to be at a party last night. So I'm gonna grab all this, extrude, Alt S to shrink it down, and it's going weird places. Let's drag it out. Oh, whoops. What had happened is it had clipped to the Y-axis clipping too. Now let's scale it down after dragging it out. No? Regular scale. No? Well, we're just gonna do it manually then. Why is that? Why is that? Doesn't seem right. I mean, I guess it is. It's not going to be a loop right there. This seems wrong, but... Oh well. Y'all hype for Dark Souls? No, I am. I liked Bloodborne a lot, but I never finished it. So I was really bad at it. And the camera stuff like really ticked me off. Like more than any other game. Like even like Mario 64 and other older games. Just like so many bites lost because the camera would just like get caught up. Just so arbitrary and boring. Great game, but super pumped for Dark Souls. Dank Souls. So, pulled that up. Actually, let's do a little bit different. Because I like the height right now. I don't want to mess with that yet. Just grab the bottom, slide it up. Control S. So what I did down there was, you know, select that bottom loop, extrude, pulled it straight out on the Y-axis. I should have explained this. Then drug some of these out and merged one of them because it becomes redundant. Hopefully it doesn't mess with our loop cuts too much. It shouldn't. We're not going to do anything fancy down here. Just wanted a bit of a... Actually, this already seems too thick. Oops. Grab all of it. Grab the bot. Something like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Ooh, the mirroring's weird on this side, though. Oh, no, it's not. It was just a weird angle. I was like, what did I do? Anybody yet? Yeah, Zergies. Anyway, welcome, my friend. Let me know if you have questions, comments, feedback. You can hear me or not. It's a paradoxical question. Can you hear me? So now I'm like, how rounded do I want this? Because that square post looks pretty baller. I even have thoughts of like making it really square. I would like, I guess I'll just loop cut. This isn't the ideal way. Oh, it did mess up our loop down there. It shouldn't have, but it did. Oh, maybe because of this. Oh, man, lots of stuff happened there. The loop should go all the way through now. Although it was nice that it didn't. So let's subdivide this. W. Subdivide. W. Subdivide. Join that. Grab this face. Extrude it out and you'll know what I'm talking about. Sort of one of these. This sort of shape. That's what my sketch looks like, and I like it. Like a little bit thinner here. No! Wrong thing. Ugh. Let's wait for it to load. Okay, I can close it. So bring this in a little bit. Gotta do it by edge. selecting your type of selection is a step. Oof. Looks like I might need all of this. I don't know if it should be perfect, because that looks pretty cool. And that would carry all the way up. This would make these posts way more interesting. I think I'm into that. And I have some like complex stuff here at the base. These are going to be a little bit more ornate. Chatters yet, but my mic is getting picked up right now. Cool. So I'm going to hit it up in the scene again. Take a look at that. That's pretty dope. It's almost a little too tall. Where'd my old ones go? I should have kept them over here to compare. That way we can make sure of the variety. Because these are on these, like, I call them highways. It's all underground and they're like walkways, but this first asset I have here, these underground highways, walking highways. Keep those in there for comparison. Like the feel as we walk by them. It's kind of nice that these all match. Consistent style will do for you. Damn. I'm like, these would be dope all together. But these would be good too. I really like this already. And yeah, I think that height's good. Maybe a little bit lower. But again, any lower and I'm like getting closer to this. I do want some variety. We'll keep it for now. So back to it. I wanted some ornate stuff here. So let's try this. We're going to Control R here to make a loop. Cut. We're going to edge slide it down about there. And then we're going to do another inside here. And you'll see what's happening. We're going to slide it all the way up. Grab these. Hopefully... No, it didn't. I'm just going to have to scale. Hopefully I can just drag this over. There's better ways to do this, but... We'll line those up perfectly later. Doesn't have to be super perfect. I mean, on the edges it does, but right now it doesn't. 100% needs to be super perfect on the edges. So yeah, we got a weird thing here. Just gotta pull it out. I'm like, to be even, we gotta do this. No, that's not right. To be even, we gotta do this. But this one's the one that's uneven. We'll check it out. Maybe that unevenness is kind of nice. Yo, what did you do? Oh, what did I do? So, scale, Shift Z. So now we're doing everything but the Z axis, which is what we wanted. Alright. We're getting there. So just... Oh, that's why that one got so thick, because I slid it all to the left. Well... Let's deal with it for now. There are better ways to do this, but... It wasn't working right. But... It's a pretty cool shape. We could even... Grab that loop. Pull that up. Is that gross? It might be gross. We might go back. But it's kind of nice. It's a little weird. It doesn't, like, it's cool, and you might even love it yourself. But, I don't know. I'm two minds of it now. Because it would look real good against these walls here. Like, when it's butted up against it. It just doesn't match perfectly. Let's go back Oh my god. Why do I keep clicking that? Too much texturing. Boom. Alright, we'll try that one. Take a glance. That matches in a way, but this is probably better. Whoops. I accidentally deselected, so it undid what I did. Or, you know, lost that step. Now I feel like I'll never get the exact angle that looked so good before. A little bit lower. Oops. Pretty dope. Let's check it in the scene. Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's a little fat. And I think if I get something else going on underneath it, it'll match. Because it'll be more ornate. Because this is like, all of a sudden, something super ornate is just like right here. A little bit more. Line my nose real quick. So, I guess we'll get to that. Control R here. And just grab these. Extrude, right click, Alt S. It's pretty ornate, but I like it. Alt S to scale out. But too much. This isn't the exact look I had on my sketch. I mean, it looks pretty nice. We're on our way. It's just a little, eh. And again, it might be a look that you love, but Tyler doesn't. Love it. So I'll undo that. In my sketch, it's more like something weird going on. Kind of like this. That's real weird. But it's kind of neat. Soundtrack's so dope. This is a V6 times soundtrack. VVVVVV, the real name of the game. But I remember this was like at a, what the right word is, almost a key moment in like indie game development. Ooh, this isn't doing the right thing. But just thinking like 15 was like way too much for a game of its length. And I am glad I have like come around. Like, I feel like 15 and 20 should be the base you're paying, even for small games. And I know it's a lot, but I really don't need to be doing this now, but I'm just sort of fixing this. I don't know why I didn't do that before. I made some sort of mistake. So, I just don't like this transition here. This is looking pretty good. I actually wonder if I could. Nah. If I did that, I'd almost want to go like nuts. Anyway, like if you can't afford that, that's fine, but just think about other things I buy that are, you know, $5, and it's like, this is worth more than a burrito. I say that all the time, but, and burritos feed you. It's a little bit different. You kind of just have to pay a lot of money for food. It's just an unfortunate reality in our economy. So again, I don't like this transition here. You just have this square, and then this shape. And it's a cool shape. But, I need to ease into it. Maybe I'll just come back. It's not terrible. Okay, so let's try doing 2 here instead. Grab these faces, strew them out. Birds. Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's close to the sketch too. We're getting a lot of verts in here, but we'll be able to clean up a lot of it. But again, I wanted this to be more ornate, and this is going to be open, like, it kind of needs it. Yeah, it's a little too much, but that's way better to what I had wanted. Closer, better, whatever. It just went way too far out. We'll line these up perfectly later. Probably could just do 3, easy. Let's see that. Probably gotta slide that up a little bit, because it's all even, that's part of the problem. Z, it's like a different shape. Probably want it out a little bit more. Oh no, I kind of like that. It's a little bit just thick in general, but the proportions are good, so now I'm like conflicted. Just not quite dynamic enough. Top view, drag it out to X, drag it out on the Y. Check it in scene. A little bit better. That's pretty neat. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Especially if I bring that shape down inside as well. Yeah, and that'll just transition nicely into other environment assets. And I keep deleting these back-facing ones, but I should probably add them back in. You'll get overdraw, but it's like... Although you won't necessarily always get overdraw because of that if it's back-facing, but just so you can put it in scenes in case there's a little bit of like space in here, or I want to use them a little bit more unconventionally. You know, because like when this stuff's missing here, like it has to be butted up against other objects or tiled with these other like assets. So we're just looking at this right here. It's a pretty cool shape, but again, I want to bring that sort of rectangle down into underneath the railing. So let's see if we can do that. Hot saucy loop cuts. Kyan, my man. Kayan, my man. I'll mispronounce your name for the rest of my life, so just deal with it. What are you working on, my friend? Those holidays working out for you? We're talking about not buying gifts. I feel bad because I haven't bought any gifts this year yet. And that's kind of what we do in our family now. But we have this kid from Albania staying with us. He's like 21. I say kid, but he's 21. And but we got him a really nice birthday present a week or so ago. Well, I guess his birthday was the 23rd of November. So I have 2 thoughts. I have one where it cuts like right into here. And we pull this out. It's nice in a way. Oof, that's kind of nice. Ooh, baby. I kind of like that a lot. And again, that's what my sketch was like. And that's not a typical design I would do. I've been doing a lot of big, blocky stuff. So I kind of like that. Yeah, I'll probably keep that. Nothing, chilling out for an hour if we're going to see Star Wars. Sweet, I'm going too! Yeah, I'm going in 2 hours actually. That's awesome. Finish beep difficulties today and send that out. Ooh, baby. Well, I got the time and the skills. Actually, I do not have the skills. I'm bad at video games. But I have the critiquing skills. Yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. It's a little more, again, brutal right here. And we'll just try and thin that up a little bit. Just in general, grab a bunch of these shapes. Just slide them in a bit. Then this gets too thin. I knew that would happen too. I can pull it back out, but it doesn't look that bad in the scene. Well, yeah, it's a little too thin. So can I then take these, pull them back in. It's not half bad. Let's see in the scene. Yeah, and then we got to bring that ornate nature down a little bit more. I think. Well, and then I also had this other sketch where it's like totally open, so that's going to be, I mean, it might look amazing, but I like this. We'll see. Got a lot of things to do. To try, rather. So next, let's, I guess just jump into that. I'm going to cheat, and then just to see what it looks like. It's not cheating, but I'm going to be gross. And, oh right, we're mirrored on the other way too. So delete that face. So I have this ad for it's called, oh, what is this game called? People have been like clamoring for it. It's this, I think it's Falcom JRPG. But I really like just the selection of music it has in it, and just hearing some like anime voices. Shift D to duplicate. There. Probably over one more tick. Half tick. So my thought is basically, you know, do I want to keep this open or enclosed? But I definitely want some like pieces in there. That's a little too much. It looks pretty nice, but let's first just squeeze it in. Da-na-na-na-na-na. It's pretty cool. But in my sketch, it's a little more. Duplicate that. Bring it over. Scale Z. Anime! Gomenasai! Have one of these going. I thought that would be a little more prominent. Let's... Breathy anime face. You can play in beginner mode for babies. But I need a true ending. I need the for real deal. Where Naomi goes Super Saiyan 4. Excuse me. I choked really hard on a donut last night. and had like the craziest heartburn I've ever had. So I had like I mentioned like in tweets I was like, just feeling kind of depressed. I say that like I'm embarrassed of it. I'm not, but what I'm embarrassed is that I didn't feel like making food, so I ate donuts like all day, and then my mom had turkey at her Christmas party, and just had a bunch of that. Just a lot of rich food and fried food, and got a massive heartburn situation in the middle of the night. And anyway, on one of those donuts, I don't know if I was talking or just inhaled really hard. I just like choked on a donut like super hard. And I don't love this. I almost think that lip should be underneath too. Just thought it was anime before. A lot of thoughts here. Like to excuse me. Some of this nonsense. It's not lined up perfectly. Dang yous. That was lined up better than that, though. Oh, no, I guess not. Anyway, my throat's like all clogged up because of this donut, man. And the dry weather and everything, but that's not. Ooh. This might be too redundant, but we're gonna try and make it work. Maybe even get a little nuts. Kind of don't want to break the unity, but sometimes you just gotta try nutso stuff. Pull this out like that. Oh my god, I kind of love it. Although I feel like, and I shouldn't be like dictated by what I've seen before, but like shapes like that, you see like in external environments a little more. I mean, this is half external. It's kind of an in-between situation. Maybe if that whole thing went out like that instead. Because now with that lip, that just looks kind of complex and uninteresting. I mean, not uninteresting, but it's like no unity to it. So let's get rid of it. Whoops. Vertices. Let's grab that. Pull it out. Experimentation. We've come up with some new stuff we might love. It's hard to notice it even. But little things like that, that's kind of cool. But really, like, let's undo it. Check the scene. Is it too much different? I mean, it kind of is. I guess. Only, you know, it'll be our little secret. Bob Ross style. She kind of does. Boss fight is like, sweet. I got you. I don't know if you told me, but I had this like feeling in my head that like that seemed true. Like not like just something that I had wanted, but I'm like, when I said that, made that joke, it's like, I feel like that's coming from something I knew already. But maybe you hadn't told me, but I thought maybe you had. But I am excited, dude. Your game is looking rock solid. It's looking good. Real happy with the top. I don't know what to do at the bottom here. I'm gonna start over with these and do the other thing I thought of. Just a little wary of, and I don't know why. Ooh, that's not really connected. Ooh. That's alright. Lower this a bit. And I do want to try having one up here too. It's hard to notice. Once it's textured, it would show up really a lot more strongly. Actually, we'll pull that in. Y-axis. A little bit of lip in there. Give us more interest, more texturing. And so the big sort of gamble I'm trying here is this. Do one of these. That's not the proportions I want, but so one of these. It just doesn't have that. Let's try getting it all closed up first. So in this unique situation, I'm going to grab all these. Normally you wouldn't be doing it like this. That's going to be a pain. You're going to have to do it twice. It's kind of weird. So then we're going to extrude it. And why it's unique is because we're mirroring twice. So anyway, we created those faces like that, and then we just got to do it on the other side. The reason I couldn't do it all at once is because it was, when you do an extrusion with like a face, it like has different properties. And it'll kind of extrude it out differently. What does my sketch look like? Where'd it go? I have something real fancy on one of these. Dude, this game looks cool. This whatever, I forget the name of it. Something with railroads. But there's so much about JRPGs that are bad that companies still do, and they don't need to. It's like, what are you doing with your life? Bringing that together, sliding this out to make it even. Although it might be nice to see it uneven too. I might even make that thinner. See what kind of look we can get. So that's like kind of cool. But again, my sketch, I'm like, I'm totally nuts, bonkers. Doing one of these. That looks really nice. Oh, maybe a little bit too far sticking out. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Like that. That's not the exact shape we'd want. That's real square. But that's the thing. It's just like getting tons of polys when I get into that sort of situation. It looks pretty good here, though. It's not the exact look I wanted. I don't know if it matches totally the sort of top parts we've been working on. I'm starting to like the cutout a little bit more now, though. Again, this makes it different from this one, too. This video's about to end. What we got next? Oh, we have a Garfield episode about Wyoming. It's actually just a little skit. It's really funny. Hit up that. Super Mario. Great. Good thing I love Mavinogi.nexon.net. Go. Proud sponsor of Citadel Deep. Not really. Don't repeat that. Maybe if I slid that in more. Other boy Shane Miller's online. What's up, Skype? Let's see. Now I'm thinking, is that too thick? And now I'm like, I'm getting to the spot where I start to like. I mean, that's fine, but certain parts that I know are working. In the scene again. Just we were going so smoothly, and now I'm like, ugh, I'm starting to nitpick. If I can actually delete these two. It's not too important, but I want to do it. Just gonna see what it looks like. Stacking them probably looks okay. Yeah, it ain't terrible. Ain't, I can't believe I just said ain't. Sometimes the way my dad talks just comes out. But yeah, like coming back on the top there, that looks good. So yeah, definitely want that cut out. That shape isn't great. And like the spacing of it, the you know, the shape of the posts underneath there. But I don't want it too complex. Too many verts. Ain't his word, Tyler. It is okay. Yeah. Several other words. You know, I like to say them. Not that it's like a hateful word, but you know what I mean. Just trying to think of some words. I don't know if I've told this story before, but I remember a distinct memory of hearing hella for the first time, and I was like, I swear to God, I will never say that. Like, it pissed me off like so much. And then, you know, I fell in love with it and say it all the time still. And I remember I had caught up with a friend I hadn't seen in a while, and I said hella, and he like remembered that same thing. He's like, you told me that you like swore on your whole life that you would never say that word. And I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Looks a little better. Ugh. So it's like better, but now I don't like how even it is. It's nice to have it a little bit uneven. Let's try you again. Oh, I didn't grab the whole loop. How could you? I may have told that story before. To key listeners. And now I wonder, let's grab this. Instead of going thicker, let's go thinner. And the rest of it, ooh, that might have been the ticket. It's a little bit more like this, what the sketch was like. One of those. Woo. Extra credits. Hit that up. No ads. Oh, I thought my ad was coming. Good. I use hell a lot too. It's real good. It's a quality word. There was a recent one, oh god, where people say same. Like, they just post something, they're just like, same. And I'm like, that's so fucking dumb, and now I can't stop doing it. It still kind of bothers me. Hella is like, no, that's true to my heart. But when I say same, it's like it makes me cringe, but it's just like it's so funny. It's so stupid. But it's also like what you mean. It's like, yeah, man, I know that feeling. That does look better. Back on topic, a lot better. It doesn't match the ornateness of this top part, so we gotta fancy it up a little bit, not too much. But I am pleased with how the mirroring or the stacking on top looks really good too. We're definitely gonna redo that arch. It's pissing me off. It's so blocky, and I think that's fine because it's such a big shape. It's fine to have those extra verts in there. This is looking dope. Z fighting. Just thinking. I do wonder about the plainness of this block, though, still. Oop, forgot. Got rid of that floor. It's looking cool. Still know what to do about this post. That'll make him too fancy. But it's almost what it needs. Let's get dumb. Add another cube. Scale her down. What's my sketch look like? Basically that. Although I do something even sillier. Just drip this down, scale it in. That looks nice. It's getting complex. Ooh, not that one. Let's do this one. These. Slide it on over. How many verts? It's not too bad. Oh wait, we gotta go. Yeah, it's 1,000. 1,000 faces, rather. Triangles. Technically 480 faces, but I forgot when you have a modifier, it doesn't total the modifier unless you're in object mode. It looks so nice, though. Check it in that scene. Yeah, that's dope. Shoot. I love 3D. This looks so cool. And I can repeat the texture space, like that'll be fine. Although do I want to? That looks good. Alright. Do I need to do that on the bottom too? Or is that nice enough? Let's look up at it. Let's bring one down too. Just to compare looking at it from different angles. Oh, that looks dope too. Oh god. Alright. Yeah, that looks good. Worry a little bit though, that I should have it on the bottom as well. And if that trim should come out more. The problem is when this trim comes out more, it just gives us a weird look Like, it can look nice. Like, here I do it. The bottom, like, where it meets the floor. That kind of trim is what I mean right here. Yeah, coming out from this angle, it looks pretty neat. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to go with it. It looks good. We gotta do it. Yo, bro's popping in. Send my love. Got my own stuff to work on. Keep up the real work. Thanks, my man. Send it to you in the old Skype. Thanks, my man. Yeah, Shane's working on some dope comics for the viewers, and Cam is working on a dope. I'm trying to find the word here. I'm trying to not use like tropey words, but like just a sweet ass, you know, action platformer. And it's rocking, and it's a cool story. And it's really hard. In a good way. Just pondering a bit. Deciding how to tackle this exactly. How much of this I need to join, and how much can stay disjointed. Like right here, you know, where you do stuff that's not joined up, you have like stuff like down in here where, you know, it's hard to get that ambient stuff. You can still do it, it's just hard to match it up, and like is a real huge pain to match up sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't matter too much, but those little details go a long way. Right here it's all joined, and we can, you know, put ambient occlusion in all of our little cracks and things. This could go darker, I think. Anyway, it's a different asset. Just thinking, just like every time you like make a little part of it more detailed, like to make it consistent, you have to kind of do it to everything. So now I'm like, does this centerpiece need more? Does, you know, does crossbeam need more? Do the bases of all these posts need more? Do I need just another bump like right here in the middle? If I added it, I'm sure it would look good. If we did this. Give it up. Grab it. Scale it. Slide it. Bop it. Pass it. Not super ideal, but I do plan on doing something like that. Look at real flowery. That's kind of nice, I guess. So, I guess we'll just get to clean this up. This is real messy. Good thing over here it's all joined together. Like right here, do I really need to join all that in there? And also, can I subdivide here and subdivide here and join here and get stupid and extrude that in. Delete this face. Of course that looks better. I would regret not doing that. One of the biggest problems I keep running into is having these big blocky shapes. Even when they look nice, I should have just a little bit of, you know, 3D fidelity and detail. Even if I'm going to texture over it, just to guide it a little bit. But yeah, that looks sweet. I wonder if I could... extrude this down too. It's going to give it an interesting shape because this comes out. Anyway, I'll have to clean that up anyway. Yep. And I hate to repeat shapes too much. I did that a bunch with this asset, but... yeah, it looks way better. It's good that we did that. And actually... can I cut just into that? No. I can't subdivide it. This is getting real messy. I keep saying that, but it's truth. Showing that. Can you guess what I'm doing? Might be a little bit too thick, but looks like even more detailed right there. A little bit thinner. I knew from the get-go. This is like a super minor complaint, but like I love this guy's like medleys, but I don't like the Star Fox medley that much. And one of his best songs is just Corneria. Oh my god, I can't wait till it comes on. It's just a little too much. I don't think it's nice to have something coming in the middle there, but it's hard to see. Light me up. Let's look at it in the scene. It doesn't match, just like that 3-prong sort of situation isn't exactly what we had going on before. The 2-1 did. So let's undo all that, which is good. There's so many verts already. It's gonna be such a pain to clean up. Just thinking how to clean this up. I've run into problems where I clean it up too much or get rid of too many of my loops, and it makes it harder to texture. See, loop cutting everything is like the most ideal way, but it just, every time you loop cut, it just exponentially creates more verts. It's unfortunate. Wait till the future, we're gonna have unlimited verts. Although even then, working with less verts, even big, you know, big animated movies, you still work low poly, and then you have modifiers that bump it up. Kind of beside the point. Just talking while I figure this out. Trying to figure out the first step. Well, this part I know I need to clean up. Now it's like it wouldn't be bad to have a loop across here because it could line up all this. Let's do it. So we cut there. And then it's almost like I can... Oh, I still subdivided that. Oh well. Spaces. Make a new face there. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to extrude. I want to delete this face. Extrude this face. Put it right at 3. So that's all cleaned up already. Good scene, looking pretty good. I might mirror the opaque nature of it by pulling in some of these to make it not perfectly opaque. Oblique nature is what I meant to say. I don't know about that. It looks kind of nice, matches a little bit better. I don't want to do it for now because I love it. Also, high and by, take care, my man. Watch up that Star War. So now I need to cut into here, and really, loop cuts. And then matching it up to the existing geometry and then deleting. So hopefully do one here. Oh, this is the jam right here. It's so good. Such a cool version of this song. I know it's like a commonly, universally loved song, but this version is so good. Same thing down here, forgot to do on the other side. So we're doing, it's like, we're gonna add a bunch, and then we're probably gonna remove a bunch. There's more like, I guess, I don't know if efficient's the right word, like direct ways of doing it, but again, I had mentioned briefly that I had kind of run into issues where I cleaned it up too much and it became difficult to texture because of, it makes the unwrapping more difficult. And like sharing texture space becomes more difficult because you'll have similar shapes that aren't exactly the same, and if they were all loop cut, it would be easier to line it all up. Anyway. So now, I guess we'll just start here. And I guess I should grab it in loops if I can. Keep it lined up as much as I can. It's not super ideal, but in the end it'll be good. Turn this off real quick too so I can see better. All these backward facing faces. So I'm gonna get rid of that just so there's less junk on the screen. Again, we'll loop cut into here. Match it up with that. We may have listened to these, a couple of these soundtracks, medleys before on the stream. So try to mix up the music, but now I'm like, do I want this little bit of underneath here, or do I want it just to line up? I mean, it's real minor. It would save us verts if it just went right to it. Back here, it's like, just take a look, see what happens. Come on. Really? Really? Why wasn't letting me select those? No, dog. I didn't delete it already, did I? It's weird. Vertices. Oh, man. Well, hopefully faces will work. Okay, good, it did. Alright, then we'll merge all those. Man, we're gonna want a loop. Gonna want another loop here. And again, we'll just clean it later. This will be easier to get it popping. So grab the tops of all these. I thought I'd done this already. Pull that out, line it up. In there. It's not too important because I can't see it, but yo, yeah, so that's the thing. I was like, what is that? I just meant to be deleted, but it never got deleted. Yeah, keep that. Alright, hopefully I can... So I'm trying to do is get this edge here and pull it forward. It's like looped all the way around, it's kind of weird. I guess it's not that weird, it's doing that, but... What I should do. Cursor selected. 3D cursor select. Scale Y 0. That way it's accurate. Song's coming up next. Oh, okay, good. It's a jam right there. I will need a loop cut in there. Come on, there it is. Grab this, cursor to selected, grab that new loop we made, scale Y0 to match it up. Oh my god. Boo, Verizon, and all the others. Stop, shut up, no one likes you. We'll close Photoshop while we wait. So I'm bad at navigating. Alright. And so if you want to delete those faces. Those faces. So let's get to this, which is what I was going to do initially. Where's it last? Sure that's even. It is not. So take this post. Give me the post, dog. Oh my god, is it really connected? Okay. More in the middle. Pretty good. Sure we got the top there. So that. Don't want to go past it because I like this shape. Actually, maybe even go down a little bit since I like that shape. Get something in between that. All right, now we can merge these and see how it looks. See if this is the way we want to do it. Where we don't have this lip underneath. It should look fine. Although this is kind of nice. Yeah, man. It's so minor, but I like it. It's just so many extra verts. It's like a lot. There you can hardly tell. It'll have shadow shape. It's like I can fake it. The texture. It's so small. But I'll know. It looks good. I'll keep it. And it's less verts, so. Turn this back off. That out, lighten that up, lighten these up. So now I'm going to do Shift S, cursor selected, scale Y0, pull to the front. That's right? Yes, okay. Same thing there. Sorry, this part is going to be boring, just clean up. Selected. Scale X0. So it's lined up. I wish I would have made all this with loop cuts. It's just easier to. So anyway. So that's all merged, that's good. But now right here I'm like, what did I do? If I do this, it's like I'm losing my loops. Get weird loops. I don't want to just cut here. Can't, frankly. Although we have this other one here. It's going to be a bit of a compromise. Face select. Oh, there's no face there. I can't do it. So grab the verts. Scale X0. The cursor's already where we wanted it. This is getting messy. Oh, those are where I want them. Let's see, well, we know this. It's like a extra face in here. How do I make it not dumb? Delete that. You just delete the face itself. Yeah, it's a big dumb face. But here's the issue. Should I subdivide this? Merge it list. thing, and then just join the faces here. I mean, that's probably best. Move to center. Actually, it's probably an ideal spot to merge. And that's to the post. Merge it first this time because I grabbed the post first. Do the same here. Merge it first. Grab the. What's next? DuckTales. Great, Walmart. Merge it first. Merge it last. And first and last, just whatever. I don't know what vert I'm going to get when I click close to two of them, so I just whatever this is the right one. But we want to get it. We want the post to dictate. It probably wouldn't matter too much. They're pretty close, but don't remember which one to grab first. Another spectacular jam. Really, I guess another thing I could have been doing is just destroying all this. And like remaking, I don't know if that's the right move. I mean, it's what I end up doing. You can see in here I destroyed it, but just thinking where to go next. A little bit of time left, about 40 minutes. Where I go to the movie myself. Join the hive mind. I guess it doesn't hurt to just merge up like that. Delete all these. Nice and clean in there. Yeah, good. That like finished us up. I thought we were gonna have a little bit more to do on top, but we don't. But now we're gonna move on to this. Really sticky situation. I'll do the bottom first. Oh, I did some weird stuff on the bottom. I keep forgetting. Can I just grab those? So, Shift S, pressure selected. Grab that bottom row. Okay, good. Looks like we can't scale Z0. It's all lined up. Probably delete these. This is almost too boring now. Like, it's this huge lip, and I'm like, look at all this mass I have, and it's not doing much. Do I have to get stupid again and mess with that? The answer is yes. Should I just lower that, bring it in? It's just too bulky right there. One of those. Oh, that almost looks better already. Alrighty. Do have to stop the stream for a minute. But I'll be back shortly, hopefully. If not, I'll be back like in a couple hours. So, Just remembered some other stuff I gotta do. So, see you in a bit.